Honor, Jared Stone on behalf of plaintiff Emily Levine. Present, ready.
Thank you.
Eddie Kay on behalf of defendant State Farm, Your Honor, we're ready. And I do have an objection that I need to raise and get a ruling on before we get started.
Sure.
There was an affidavit that was attached to plaintiff's reply brief that had not been filed or attached to anything previously in this case. So this is the first opportunity I have to object to that. So I'm objecting to that on three grounds. First, it's hearsay. It's actually hearsay within hearsay because it's a statement by Ms. Levine that I haven't had the opportunity to cross-examine her about, purporting to represent what my client representative said to her in a conversation during trial. So I'm also objecting that it's untimely because it was not attached to the motion for declaratory judgment itself. And this hearing has not been announced as an evidentiary hearing. So it's improper for the affidavit to be attached. And then finally, it's just irrelevant. So if I could get rulings on those for the record, I would appreciate it, please.
Mr. Stone, you got a reply?
A couple of replies, Your Honor. In regards to hearsay, this is going to fall under party opponent, which means it's non-hearsay. And I also have plaintiff Miss Emily Levine here in order to testify if needed.
All right. Well, this is not an evidentiary hearing, so I don't see how we're going to be entertaining one, an affidavit, or two, any testimony. Now, if you can cite at me a rule where this would be the time in which I'd be taking evidence, I'm open to hear it.
Well, Your Honor, the issue of attorney's fees under the UDGA is a fact question to be considered by the court, which requires a determination to the circumstances, determining whether or not awarding attorney's fees would be equitable and just. And so in support of that, the affidavit was filed in order to show that the attorney's fees are equitable and just.
So was this matter ever brought up before we had a jury trial on this case? Ever?
Which matter, Your Honor?
What you're talking about, attorney's fees being awarded.
Yes, Your Honor. I have an entire presentation showing 2 years of history talking about this matter.
Great. So didn't submit it to the jury, didn't submit it to the court before the jury trial, right?
Your Honor, State Farm.
Answer yes or no. Were they or were they not? Were these presented at jury trial or to the court prior to the jury trial? Is the answer
No,
yes or no? All right.
No.
All right. Let's go ahead and move forward. I'm going to sustain the objections. I'm not taking on an affidavit that was filed. I haven't even seen it yet, but I'm not going to take that in. I don't feel inclined to have an evidentiary hearing unless somebody can tell me I'm supposed to by some rule. And I'm really, I just want to hear your motion, Mr. Stone, on the motion for declaratory judgment.
Permission to proceed, Your Honor?
I just said that, counsel. Would you please go? Thanks.